Hi, I want to talk about the evolution, I would say. Venus Project evolution. You see, a lot of people think that right now is the time for revolutions, and I've seen, I've read history, I know history a little bit, and nothing good happens by force. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And I believe we should not force anything, anybody, especially ourselves, to do anything. You see, for instance, communist is the greatest idea, and that people are equal, and basically it's what Jack Fresco is all about. But the way the communists went about it is they took guns in their hand, and if you don't want to join, you get killed. So that is not possible. This kind of things do not happen with revolutions. They just not possible with revolutions. Uh, the only way this is going to happen, the only way is with evolution, meaning when everybody is able to correct their ego. And this is what Jacques Fresco is not talking about. He's talking about replacing everything with machines, which is all great, and I totally agree with him, and I totally agree on the whole project, but unfortunately is an utopia unless we are able to correct our ego. Otherwise, everything will repeat itself. We'll go back in history and we'll repeat it all over again. The spirituality is one of the most important things here. I happened to stumble on Kabbalah a couple of months ago, and I started looking into it, and it's extremely interesting. And I have to say, I do not believe in any religions. I think it's all very nice stories, but they are there to differentiate us and to control us, to manipulate us, and to make money. Kabbalah is not a religion; it's a science, and I'm really interested in learning more about it. Now, if we learn how to correct our ego and to become one with each other, with this planet, this is what Kabbalah teaches, and this way we'll achieve the most amazing things. As soon as we learn how to do this, as soon as we learn how to do this, it just sky's the limit. The progress and everything else will just follow. You see, this is how we have to look at things. We have to understand what's important to us and then follow. Because right now we think most important to us is this nice, beautiful house that we work all our life to get, or the most important thing is this beautiful car that we're trying to get, or the most important thing right now is this new cellular phone that you're trying to get, or this toy, or this gun, or this motorcycle, or whatever it is that you're trying to get. And it's not most important thing. It's just a thing, The most beautiful car in the world, after 2 weeks of driving, it's just another car. You get into it, and it's just a thing. And this is how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be just things. They're not important. They will not give you great memories or anything like that. They're just not important. They just have to be there. So as soon as we learn how to become one with each other, with the planet, technology will just follow. It just will be a next thing. It will just be automatic. This is what I want to try to make a point right now here. My wife got into a group on a Facebook that it was pro Venus Project, and this group was when she got into it, it was start sending her emails uh, about satanistic Jews killing Christian babies and drinking their blood. And I'm sorry to say this, I cannot believe that there are people that believe this bullshit. And for people to say things like that, and there's a lot of people joining that group, for people to say things like that, it's just ridiculous because, first of all, they don't understand what the Jewish religion is all about. You have to learn about something, and they say something about it. Now, when you understand it, you can talk about it. But obviously, they do not understand anything about it, because Jewish religion is not about believing in hell or heaven. And if Jewish religion doesn't believe in hell and heaven, how would it believe in Satan or being satanistic? This is the most stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And people saying that Holocaust has never happened. This is another stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Now, I'm from Kiev, and they were burying Jews in Kiev. The Jews were told that they were going to Germany. They were standing in line to leave. Meanwhile, the German soldiers were shooting them and burying them. Holocaust happened, people. Please do not forget that. Now, that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make here, be aware of people around you, of everything around you. Because people, unfortunately, they're not bad people. They just been told by somebody, just like a lot of people been told by somebody. They've seen these conspiracy movies, and there is a lot of conspiracy movies, and you can believe anything you want, but you have to understand, you have to be aware, you have to open your mind and see what makes sense and what doesn't, and do not believe everything you see, because everything in this world is controlled by money, and it's very confusing. It's very hard to understand what is right and what is wrong, what is true and what is not. So this is what I want to say in this video. The people of the future will be 100% aware. And this will be an evolution, not a revolution. The revolutions do not work, and they never did. Now, the revolutions work in earlier, stages of our civilizations. But right now, what are you going to do? You're going to do a revolution here in the United States? And what are you going to do? You're going to overthrow the government and put another government in which will be identical to what it is right now. Until there is money, there is corruption. And you have to understand that there is no good government anywhere. It just doesn't exist. But until we learn how to bury our ego or correct our ego in the right way, nothing will work. This will not work. So this is number one thing we have to do. We have to learn how to correct our ego. It will not take 2 years. It will not take 5 years. People, you have to be patient. I hope I was able to free your mind at least a little bit. So I'll catch you next time, and I'm having a lot more thoughts about everything. See ya.